Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Kuro from One Piece. Kuro of the 100 Plants, Captain Kuroneko of the Pirate Black Cat Pirates. So he's one of those characters from East Blue when the story started. One of those characters that I love and I need to draw. Why? Because I love it so much, and why? Because we had a request in the channel. Ope is normally commenting, we engage in conversation a lot, and you know, he said someone from the East Blue, Bad Guy, Kuro, Morgan, Helmepo, someone like this. So let's do Kuro first. At some point I will do the other ones, absolutely, no problem. So yeah, let's go into it. As you can see, I have my normal black pen today, black pencil today, but I have this Derwent brand fix here to extend a little bit because this is very small and I can't grab it and draw very nice when it goes so small. The previous one, let me show you how it looks right now. This is how looks the older one I had here in the pin, but obviously I can't sharpen it anymore with the thing put on, so I just swapped for this one. And yeah, let's start drawing. We have this space more or less to draw today, okay? And basically if you don't know Captain Kuro, you may know Klahador or Kurohadol, the butler from Kaya's mansion, okay? So Kaya, if you remember, is from the Usopp's village, the Syrup village, and this guy, this bad guy, is working there for them. But all of it, it's a trap. It's a con. It's a intent, a try of getting the inheritance from Kaya's family on his name, so he can steal off all that money and basically retire from the pirate life. Basically, I'm gonna go through who is he, how do we meet him, what is he doing basically in the story, what kind of power or ability he has, and the kind of character that he has as well, a little bit of everything, okay? And yeah, I want to make him standing like this, and then like this, and in a bit I will explain you why I want to do this funny pose on him, but it's gonna be having one hand in the pocket. I want to do the signature pose that all of you know already was the signature pose. That is like this, with a hand like this, okay? But just so you know, today we are working a little bit more, making like a skeleton. Typical, when you start doing drawings, you normally do this kind of skeleton shape, basic shapes first to design how big is gonna be the character and everything, okay? So I think, yeah, here we are good. We are in frame, more or less. A little bit of ground here. Okay. I think with this, I can start going more into the sketch and defining a little bit. I miss human characters in the story, like Usopp. Kuro is very human, the East Blue characters are very human. This is a way, like in Dragon Ball, that Oda introduces us into the world. First, it's only Luffy who has a special power, and then we meet people like Boggy, or that has as well a fruit, but we start seeing other people, like Zorro, for example, that is very strong, but they go into the realm of mysticism and fantasy, like Kuro. For example, Kuro, with the type of attacks that I will explain later that he does, you may think that he may have like a superpower, or he is like a superhuman as well, but that's the way of Oda introducing you slowly into the magic of this world, of the One Piece world, okay? Kuro as well has, because he's from that time, like 27 years ago, it has this old style manga design and the animation as well. It's a classic in my opinion, and I love it. I always talk about this, and I love it. So I love as well this request, this video, because one thing that I enjoy a lot is talking about bad guys, okay? So let's make him He has the hair very similar to crocodile, but very nicely combed. That we will do it nice later in the thing, but for now I want to. There are some designs from him now from cover stories, and not cover stories, but for you know, the specials that Oda does every now and then, that he makes the jaw a little bit more squarey. I like more the pointy one like this, but yeah, as you know, I always do the characters, One Piece characters, yeah, resembling One Piece characters, but most of the time I try to do them more cartoony, you know, to give a little bit my style to the story as well. Okay, so now making drawing here very small. This is a very human character in the One Piece world. Making here like this with the glasses that Kaya buys for him and everything. Yeah, maybe we need to move a couple of things here for the arms, for everything, because yeah, so he is wearing a suit, so let's try to design. The suit has these kind of flaps here on the side, one on each side, and he's wearing a tie as well. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, something like this is very nice. I love to talk about bad guys. Funnily enough, some of the videos in the channel, the most watched videos in the channel that I have at the moment, Rob Rucci, Akainu, Alvida, all of them are on the top 3, for example, are bad guys. And yeah, maybe people that you are at the other end of the screen watching this, maybe you enjoy as well more me talking about bad guys than someone like, I don't know, Nami or whatever. But anyway, so as I said, this is the bad guy from the Syrup Village saga, okay, from Usopp's saga, and confirmed by Oda, Kuro is one of the cleverest, if not the cleverest, characters in One Piece. Together as well with Ben Beckman, that is the #1, the first in command, the Zorro character in the Shanks crew. Okay, basically, he wears this kind of suit uniform that we are doing here, and as you can see, I am gonna be drawing in a second here these shapes, these funny shapes here. And there is a SBS that someone asked. SBS is in the manga, in the volumes for the manga, at the end you have a questions and answers part. You know, fans will send some questions to Oda, and one of the questions was this design that Kuro has on the uniform, on the butler uniform. Is this poo? And Oda confirms this is poo. So this is cat poo. Kuroneko means black cat. Kuro is black, like in Blackbeard. Kuro hige. And Neko is cat in Japanese. So we have, for all of you that maybe didn't know this info, it's just very basic info and things that we all of us we already know, but it's nice to remember every now and then, maybe a couple of words. I don't speak Japanese, but you know, when you read something so many times, you end up knowing a couple of words, and that's it, a couple of colors, a couple of numbers, because the attacks, because the things that they say, and it's very funny. But I never studied Japanese or anything like this. But yeah, so he has these designs. There's kind of some buttons here. Okay. And he is a stylized man. I wanna make him with the legs a little bit longer than usual, exaggerating the legs a little bit. So I make it here, and then it's gonna be kind of, I wanna make him kind of standing here in one leg and the other one. Make it like this, like Sanji. He's ready to kick. I'm gonna make very big feet like he has in in the story. Okay. And I'll explain all of these things as slowly as we go into the chat today. Okay. So basically, to have his story in a nutshell, I would say, so he's a pirate captain tired of being chased. He wants the quiet life, and this is something that Luffy hates, and Luffy recriminates to him, and he says, you are not a pirate anymore, you are a fake pirate, you gave up in your dream, the pirate life is like this, like that, know what you're doing. And yeah, we need to understand as well that Luffy there talks from a young view of the world, a naive way of seeing the world as well, and Kuro is a older man, middle-aged man, seasoned fighter, very strong fighter, seasoned pirate, with a heavy bounty already on his head to be in the East Blue, that you don't have many rewards around there. You don't have many people with a reward on their head. Okay, but I understand both points of view here, but Luffy fights with his ideals. Okay, so basically, Kuro, he decides to do this final hit, let's say, on Kaya's family fortune, pretending to be the butler with the intention to hypnotize Kaya when she comes of age to make her write her will on his name, so he can eliminate her. That's a perfect plan, there's no weak spots, but obviously all of this comes into tragedy because, you know, Luffy and the crew, they appear in Zero Village, they help us up, etc., etc., and everything. Okay, so Kuro is called the man of the 1,000 plans. Basically, his name is Kuro of the 1,000 plans because, as I said before, he's a very clever man. So before Usopp, before Zero Village and everything, like 6 or 7 years ago, I think it was, in the beginning of the story, 6 years before the beginning of the story, he makes contact with a very, very young Morgan, Helmeppo's dad, basically. So before he has the axe as a hand, before he's captain, in fact, he becomes captain and he has this rank thanks to Kuro, as he's the one supposed to have captured him and everything. So this guy is a big shot in the East Blue at that time because 16 millions. You have Alvida was 5 millions, something like this. So you don't see many rewards, as I said before. Okay, so this is not a joke pirate. Basically, Kuro cleans a full ship of marines. Look how strong he is, leaving only one alive, with a broken jaw, and that is Morgan. Broken jaw because he's stepping on it and he breaks it with the feet. So then he hypnotizes him to think he captured the real Kuro, but instead what he does is he places one of his own men disguised as Kuro and hypnotizes him as well to believe that he is actually Kuro. And then, well, they continue with the plan works perfectly, the marines take them, take the fake Kuro, and I think they hang him, they kill him, basically. And so everyone thinks of him dead. So he's able to do this plan with the Kaya fortune and everything. So, and you may be thinking, how is he able to hypnotize? Is he hypnotized or something? No. So there is this other character that is his first in command, called Django. Django is looking very funny portrait of Michael Jackson, and he walks backwards and everything, and he dances, very nice type of character. And he has these kind of knives, they are like a circle, I don't remember now the name, but it's like it's a very famous weapon as well. You can find it in museums and everything. Here we have one in the museum with the kukri knives that Helmeppo uses when he starts training with Garp and everything, and very nice, very, very interesting. So basically, with those rings that there's like blade. He hypnotizes people and he's able to make other people do whatever he wants. Sometimes this plays in his in against him, because he is all the time with this joke of hypnotizing himself, hypnotizing his crew. At some point he hypnotized Luffy as well, and because of this Luffy goes full on power against Kuro and everything, and yeah, so but very nice and very interesting character, the Django character as well. Okay, so this guy is the one that, while Kuro is pretending to be Kurohadol, the butler, working for Kaya and trying to pay the debt of the parents being dead and everything, I'll explain in a second. He's the guy who takes care of the crew, and he becomes the captain, the temporary captain of the Kuroneko pirates. Okay, so. And all of this because Kuro's request, all of this because this is a plan that Kuro made and created, okay? So, basically, I think this is looking very nice so far. As well, feel free to tell me in the comments what do you think about this video, about the rest of the videos. I'm welcoming any kind of feedback as well, any kind of request like Kuro today, and yeah, I'm gonna be more than happy to start conversation as well. If you want to talk about some theories and things like this, I'm always open for a nice chat, One Piece chat, or art chat. You know, feel free to ask whatever you want, and I will be more than happy to answer. Okay, so let's do. As you see, I'm drawing in different parts. I'm working here a little bit. I'm working here a little bit. We have Kuro, the legs, the feet. Here, and we want to do, as we said, I made this a little bit more exaggerated, the legs as well a little bit longer. We want to make the arm, the hand here, okay? Well, not exactly there. But a little bit higher, because he's pulling up his glasses like this. Very like this, like they putting the hand like this, so with this part he's able to pull up his glasses. This is something very important for the character. I will explain you in a second if you don't know him yet. If you know him, you are already I already know what you're drawing and why are you drawing it in this position, because this is his thing. This is what he does. Let's do the arm like this, and then like this. Very nice. So basically, with this plan, master plan that he has with Kaya's fortune, he kills Kaya's parents after all this Morgan thing, and then he goes there to the mansion to pretend that he knew the parents, that the father saved his life, blah blah blah. All of it's a lie, obviously. The parents, I don't think, well, he killed the parents, but the parents didn't have any kind of relationship with him or anything. So basically, Kaya accepts him to pay the debt of the parents and invites him to the house. He lives in the house with her. He's the main butler, and he manages everything. He takes care of her, giving her medicine, but that is not medicine. He's kind of poisoning her. We see this very nicely portrayed as well in the live action from Netflix, that they make this blue substance that basically you see them, him and his guys, his team, and that they weren't actually in the live action. They are there in the house, but Buchi and Siam, they are with Django on the ship. They are getting stronger, and this is afterwards. This is a problem that they have an internal argument as well while they are fighting, because they want to overthrow him, and but they realize that this guy never stopped training, and then they get scared. So they know that he is superior in his fighting skills in all the senses. Okay, but anyway, so he stays with Kaya, he's taking care of her, poisoning her, tricks her, basically. So many years pass, I think it is like 6 years, something like that. This is when Kaya is still like young teenager, and so his teenager years he spends with Kaya, and you know, he hates Usopp. He sees Usopp as a, you know, big liar and something uncomfortable for him and his plan as well. But he doesn't pay much attention because he knows that Usopp is basically stupid and silly. But yeah. But all of this comes to an end when Luffy and the rest show up and start destroying everything. Kuro is a pirate. He's a pirate, okay? And I love this about the beginning of One Piece. The bad guys, all of them, they are pirates. You know, cruel, bad pirates. So he's the captain. The crew is meant to die for him. He can sacrifice anyone for him. He is doing these things. They will sacrifice as he commands. He's a radical man, full of himself, and who thinks that the only way of doing something correctly done is doing it himself. So that is a very, very big thing to say, okay? I'm talking non-stop, but we need to draw. So, fine liner, as usual, unipin, and let's go into it. First we do the hand first, okay? Here he's gonna be wearing his grayish type of shirt with the suit, as he usually does. These are the flaps there that are coming from here. Okay, I wanna do the drawing as I always do, a very nice and loose drawing. Let's do the tie, black tie, very elegant man. Very elegant man. Hands in the pocket. His type of reminds me a lot to Sanji as well. Sanji's design. He is basically I think Oda had some very nice ideas when he drew him to apply in Sanji here. So he has this type of very devilish smile, the glasses. I think I just want to make him like, I'm not gonna draw the eyes, they're small, I'm gonna do like him, like this. And he has here on the side like crocodile, the temples like this. Okay, so this is basically almost a circle that we are gonna be doing. It looks like bold now, but it's okay because we do like this. Okay. His hair is portrayed like this, like type of crocodile type of hair, slick back type of hair, but I'm painting it black because it's black in the manga, but in the anime they give it a little bit of greenish tone, and that we can then add a little bit of green to the tone, to the mass of black there. Okay. This, we can't see the other one, but like this is good. I will request on the chat there, on the comment section, to write your favorite East Blue villain. Like, you know, we have Alvida, we have Boggy, we have Arlong, we have this guy. Plenty of guys to pick your choice from there. Okay, so basically this thing with the hand, how was he able to eliminate a full ship, or how was he able to be so dangerous? Well, he wears this kind of gloves with long blades as nails. Okay, it's like a cat texture type of glove, and then this is very long nails. Like, for me it looks like it's almost 1.5 meters long nails of blade. That's a blade. And like swords basically, and he basically, like a cat, will attack and cuts basically everything. So when they make these funny things, or this posture that we made with him, that is kind of putting his glasses, like imagine if this is the glasses and he's moving the glasses like this, because if with the nails, if he will do it like this, he will scratch his face. So basically, when this little problem that I was telling you about Bucci and Shiam and Django and the rest of the crew, they want to, Django no, But the rest of the crew, they want kind of saying, oh, this guy has been there a couple of years and he's not gonna be strong anymore. Let's just take control and take them the whatever we want for us. And then they see him doing this. They get into a problem there because they know that he never stopped training, and now they are in trouble. And he starts doing his thing, and they are in trouble there. They are in trouble, and it is very, very nice. Let's see. I made this kind of type of Usopp type of shoe. So the shoes are like this. Okay. Good pace today. It's very small drawing that I'm doing today, okay? It's very nice, very beautiful. So now that I'm doing the shoes, this is something very particular. You see, oh, this is not fitting with his character. This is not fitting with this elegant design of a man and everything. And to be honest, in character design and in One Piece, in Oda world, and in character design in general, when you see something out of place like this, that means that he's gonna use it. When you see in Dragon Ball, in the anime in Dragon Ball, that there is something in the background in a different color, is not matching the rest of the thing, that means that that rock is gonna break, you know. So this is the same. So basically, why does he have this type of shoes? Because he uses something, his signature technique called Niku Ashi. That's stealth foot. He moves so fast, he's able to tap so fast, then he disappears. He disappears and starts cutting everyone, everything, friend, foe, in a frenzy. He basically loses control completely. He is actually losing control, like Cavendish a little bit, by going so fast. He cuts even trees, he cuts rocks and everything, and it gives, because of this, it gives a very nice fight to Luffy and to Zoro and to everyone there, to the crew, basically, because he's you know, within the supernatural in the story, we are starting to see something weird, something different, something that is not someone with a axe that is the hand. This is something different. It is not Alvida. That Alvida is at that point still normal, and nothing like that. So this is someone who taps a little bit in the concept of the supernatural, okay, and I love it. I love it. This I would say something later that it will become in the this is the basics of the CP9 Rokushiki, the human passing beyond the point of human and becoming superhuman by training, okay, like Blueno explains in the Tower of Justice. I believe this is Kuro with this technique, Nikuashi, stealth foot. This is Kuro unconsciously tapping into the technique of Soru, that Soru, the CP9 uses, and they disappear, okay? And there is a question as well in the SBS that they are asking, oh, who is faster, Kuro or Blueno, Kuro or this whatever CP9? And Oda replies funny. I don't think it gives, oh, Kuro can do this, blah, blah, blah. But all in a, I see it, I read it in a kind of a joke tone, like maybe he's wanting to explain something about this later on, okay? That is my idea about this. Let's see, this one is black, this one is black as well. Just corner there, okay. Looking good. We are looking good. I want to see your comments. I want to see if you like that you click a little bit on the like button as well, or you ask any question that you want in the comment section and we open conversation, okay? We're doing our cartoon Kuro from the Syrup Village saga, from the East Blue saga. We have seen him already in the live action. We have eliminated him already in the live action too. Now the One Piece is coming soon, and I expect again to see a little bit of Kuro, a little bit of Usopp saga, Probably I want to see what scenes they're gonna cut, because they will reduce the amount of episodes that we have to be more watchable. Because it is true, for me, I love it in the size that it is, but it is true that every single person that you speak about it that is not watching it yet, they say, oh yes, I like the live action, or I love this, but 1000 episodes, more than 1000, it's too much for me. I am not gonna start it. So let's see if this kind of adaptation, that it looks good, in my opinion it looks very good, and the things I've seen already online, it gives a little bit more of open access to these people who want to go into One Piece, but they're a little bit reluctant into doing it because the length of the episodes. Okay, so we are looking very nice. So I'm focusing in the black the whole time, because it is black what we want to do for the suit and everything. Okay, a little drawing here. Just want to double check that we are in frame. Yes, we are in frame. We are good here. So as I was saying, talking about CP9 and everything, and the tapping into the Soru and everything, so we know many characters that have this kind of technique, but name it in different ways. Like, you know, when we have Luffy versus Blueno, that Luffy uses these Soru kind of things. Sanji, after time skip as well, he's able to fly like Geppo, and he's able to run so fast that he disappears like Soru as well, extremely fast. But they name it in a different way, like a Skywalk or something like this. Okay, so we see characters like Nero as well in the Sea Train, in the Water 7 saga, in between Water 7 and Enies Lobby, when he fights Frankie, that he is kind of, he's trying to get into the CP9, he's trying to be a CP9 member, and basically he doesn't control the Roku Shiki yet, and he controls only the Jon Shiki, because Roku is 6 and Jon is 4, and Shiki is kind of technique, so it's like the 6 techniques, okay? So he only controls the 4 techniques. He is still using pistols, because he can control the Shigan, that is the finger pistol attack, the one that Orochi uses in Luffy a couple of times, and he doesn't control the Tekai, and the one that it strengthens your body like iron, okay? And he compensates that with speed, but it is not as good as he was meant to be, because then Orochi says, no, out of my sight, basically. This is gray. The shoes are purple gray, so I'm gonna give one tone of gray, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of purple. A lot of black and white today here. Huh? Trying to find my yellow to do all these cat presents that we have in his design for the clothing. Okay, like this. Paint a little bit the face. Don't want to paint the eyes. I'm gonna leave the eyes like that. Okay. He has this kind of brownish tone. I'm gonna see if maybe with this one we can find that tone. If you think about it, okay, you come again and what is the Tekai? Basically, the Tekai is the initial or similar concept to the beginning of Armament Haki, okay, and Oda is introducing it there with the CP9, and maybe he's limiting and differentiating how you can become a superhuman and reach a point of superhuman like CP9, like Blueno, let's say, or how you can go beyond that point and use armament haki for fighting, like full body black armament haki and everything. So this is brownish gray, like as well like the sand that you put in the cat litter for the poo. All of this is poo design because it's a very poo character. That is okay. So with the CP9 we are introduced to the 6 techniques, to the Roku Shiki, but before as you can see, in the start of the story, we already see people like him that is able to use something like this to show it. I love it. I love this kind of preparation, or I love how Oda reintroduces concepts from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and it is something that it mesmerizes me. So Kuro ends up being defeated by Luffy, etc., and they save the town without the town even realizing the pirates were actually attacking. So Usopp lies, keep being a lie for the sake of everyone, and that is beautiful, okay? And we continue with the story of, you know, Pinocchio, Aesop fables and everything, and everything. So because of this safe and to soft connections to Kaya, they get merry. They get the ship, beautiful, beautiful caravel ship, everything that will become one more of the group, and then later we will, you know, cry a lot, all of us. This is the beginning of Usopp's adventures, and I love it. Usopp is one of my favorite characters, as he is the human in the crew. The crew is me, is the reader in the crew, and you need to be resourceful to be able to carry on with Luffy and company to get stronger, okay? And I love to see how his lies are getting a reality, are being a reality. You know, with the giant goldfish, for example, the giant mole in Arabasta, all these things, more and more. I have this Usopp theory that I'm gonna put here on the top about what are we gonna see in, I would say, a second Davy back fight, okay? What are we gonna see with him in a most probably Davy back fight, okay? So I think, just for some sort of, you know, conclusion and to end the video, because we have finished the drawing beautifully here. We have the character, we have Kuro here, and very nicely done. Just want to add a little bit of shadows here. I want to say I love Kuro. I think Kuro is awesome. I don't know what your opinion, but please tell me what you think of him and his techniques and his plans and his master plans in the comments. I would love to open conversation about it and talk about it. And he's still out there. After that saga, he returns as a pirate in his crew, as a captain of the crew. He takes everyone, he leaves, he sees Luffy's poster of 30 million after Arlong Park. He's looking at the poster, very, you know, tragically, very mysterious. We don't know anything else about him at the time. We have seen in Hachinosu, Jin, Don Krieg, Pearl, walking around, not doing anything, but walking around. So they managed to cross the whole Grand Line, go into the New World and everything, be in Hachinosu, and probably, if they are in Hachinosu, is because they have some sort of connection with Blackbeard, or they kind of work under the umbrella of Blackbeard, something like this. I don't think they are crazy strong now, I don't think they are of relevance. Maybe Gin, or Jin, I call it Jin, but I think it's Gin. We don't know about that, but maybe it would be nice that he meets Sanji again and they have a nice talk and everything. I would love to see. I would love to see that. Okay, so don't discard the idea of seeing Kuro again. Okay, seeing Kuro again, but much more stronger, controlling even maybe more Rokushiki techniques and everything. Imagine a Shigan with these gloves. Imagine a 5-point Shigan with the gloves that he wears. That could be mad. And I love to see these old school guys showing up again. Like we have Alvida, Boogie. For me, that is One Piece. I love Kaido, I love Big Mom, I love everyone, but these guys from the beginning, the East Blue sagas and everything, they have my heart. And if Oda wants to make us excited, Oda, hello Oda, it's me again. If you're watching this video and you show us a little bit more of these guys from the East Blue, like I want to see Kuro, I want to see Mihawk from East Blue, I want to see Boogie, I want to see Crocodile like we are seeing in the Cross Guild now. Make him a little bit of that. Where is Morgan? Are you waiting? Did you do the mini story for Morgan only to show us Helmepo being, you know, connecting very nice with Kobe? Or are you making that escape from Morgan? Because Morgan that is connected to Kuro is maybe at some point, or is he's already with him, and we're gonna see all of them later. We need to see them later because Helmeppo says and swears there that someday I will capture you and people like you. So Helmeppo wants to capture the father, and I expect, not as a main point of the story, but I expect in the background to see a super cool Helmeppo capturing his father. So his father needs to be at the end of the story. This guy needs to be at the end of the story. Buggy is going to be at the end of the story. Alvida is going to be at the end of the story. I have a very, very interesting theory about what Alvida is going to do and how she is going to betray Buggy to kill Luffy. And I'm going to put it here so you can watch it as well. Okay? So I think I'm done here. I love it. I'm going to add just a little bit of darkness here. I love it. Let's sign and let's finish for today. Okay? There we go. So this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Man Dragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed the drawing and the analysis that we've been talking about Kuro, who is Kuro, what's his power, what we think may be doing maybe later, coming up again and everything, and you know, analyzing his character as a character. Okay? Thank you very much, and I see you in the next one. Bye!